Hello students, today we are going to see the auto layout and stack views. When you build an app, you want to make sure it looks good on every iOS device. The Xcode includes a powerful system, which we call it as a auto layout, which makes it easy to build intricate interfaces that work on various screen sizes. Auto layout relies on the constraints or rules to dynamically calculate the size and the position of all views in the view hierarchy. So your interfaces will look and work the same no matter what device your users have in their hands or how they are holding it. So in this lecture, we are going to learn the fundamentals of auto layout for building precisely designed user interfaces, where we'll see how to use the auto layout to build precise views, how to create the constraints, and how to use the stack views to simplify the auto layout. So we'll start. As we know that for the implementation, we require the Xcode. So I will go to the search window, type the Xcode here, then Xcode will open. So I will click on the create new Xcode project. Default selection is iOS and the app. So I will continue with this. Product name I will give here auto layout practice 13. Interface is storyboard and the language is Swift. So we'll move towards the next button here. Now the location where we want to save our project, that is the documents. So I will click on the create. After creation of the project, you'll see your auto layout practice folder consists of various files like view controller, main, scene delegate, app delegate, assets, etc. Our deployment is on the iPhone and the iPad. Now I will go to the main file. The main file will have the initial view controller. It is loaded with the initial view controller scene. This is your initial view controller. Now I will first change the background of this view controller so we can identify that. I will change the background towards the system orange color. Now I will add one button here. For adding the button, I have to go to the library. Button is already present here, so don't need for typing. So I will drag this button to the here center. Now, suppose that I have moved button here. Okay, I will rename this button as a first button. First button. First button, I will rename this as a first button. So we'll see the first button here. Now, in the below side, you will find the option for the orientation here. That is a portrait orientation and landscape orientation. Currently, this is the portrait orientation. Suppose that I have added this button and I'm after adding the button, if I change the orientation of the device, look what happens. Now this is in the portrait mode. So I will change the orientation by clicking here orientation. You will see the position of your button will change. Okay, it will not remain at the same position. Suppose that again I go to the portrait mode. Okay, so this will be the change. Suppose that I will drag this button here. And if now I change the orientation, you'll see it is misplaced in here. Okay. So that means suppose that now I go to the portrait, it will show somewhere else. Now that means the position of your button is not fixed if you change the orientation of the device. Now what can we do? That if I change the orientation also, still your button will remain at the same position. So for that, the auto layout is having the option. Now here, suppose that now on the right hand corner, we'll have the 4 options: align, add new constraints, resolve auto layout issues, and the embedding. So here, out of this, you can click first you have to click the button, then click on this align button. And when you click on the align button, you'll see the highlighted option horizontally in the container and vertically in container. Now, if I click on the horizontally in the container, it will show you the add one constraint here. Okay, so if I click on this add one constraint, so horizontally now my button is placed, but button is fixed. I have added the constraint for the horizontal position of my button. Now here it is showing this error, red. Red line is the indication of the error. Now if you go to the view controller scene here, you will find the error is displayed here by this arrow. If I click on this, it will show you what the error says. If you click here, error says add missing constraint for the first button. This will add enough constraint to the ambiguity. What constraint we have to add? That means it is having the horizontal, that is X position, we are having the constraint for the X position, but for the Y position, we have not defined any constraint. Okay, so this can be resolved by clicking here, add missing constraint also, but we'll not do that. We will go again here in the align, and now I will click on the horizontally in the container, vertically in container also, Y position. Okay, and then when you click on this button, we have not selected the button, so it is not showing highlighted. So first you have to select the button, then click on the align button. Now you can see vertically in container. You can select the vertically in container and then add this constraint. Now you can see the red lines are gone, your error is gone, and your button is placed at the perfect position of horizontally in container and vertically in container. No layout issues you can see here. Okay. Similarly, you can resolve that by error by clicking on the add missing constraint also. So how you can do that? If I go back here, okay, now here error is appeared. So instead of going to the align button, if I go here and if I click on the add missing constraint, it will add the vertical constraint. Okay, but here the position is not the 0. So here it is expected, so it is a misplaced view. So if I go here, again, I can go for the horizontally in container, vertically in container, add constraints. So more constraints are added here. So it will again show you the error. So what I will do, I will only keep the constraint which I will require. So I will delete the remaining constraints. Okay, so you can see the button is positioned at the perfect position. Okay, so it is at the perfect position. Okay, now this is regarding the align button. Now suppose that I'm adding one more button. So here one warning also it is showing. So for that I will go to the here and you can have the reset to the suggested constraints. Okay, so no layout issues will be there. Then I will add one more button to the scene. One more button I will add, and this button will be placed at the 20 distance from the, I suppose that if I want to place this second button at the distance of 20 from the first button. So if I click here, I will put the name here as a second button. Okay, it will rename here. Now again, I will go to the align here. I will put that horizontally in container and add this constraint. Now for the vertical constraint, I have to go to the this window, add new constraint, select the button, then click on this add new constraint button. Now I want the position from the below 20. So I will click here. Okay, now if I click here, I will get the option from the first button. By default, it will show you the first button. That means from the first button, the current distance is the 51. You can change that to the safe area or the view. Okay, so first button, from the first button, suppose that I want the distance 20. From the first button, the distance is, I will put here the distance as a 20. Okay, then I will add this constraint here. Okay, you can see the no layout issues with the vertical position is also we have given, and the horizontal also we have given. That means the second button is placed at the distance of 20 from the first button. Okay, so this is like this. Now you can add the n number of buttons at the position of you want that according to the position. Suppose that now if I want to change the height of this button, you have to select this button and then go to the height option is given here. Current height is 31. I can change this height to the, select this height and I will change this 40 and add this constraint. Okay, you can see your size of the height of the second button is increased. Okay, so similarly you can change the color of the foreground, you can change the color of background and so on. Now I will add one more button here. I will place this at a distance of 30 from the second button. So third button here, I will place this at the distance of, first I will put it at the horizontally in container, and then I will put this at the distance of 30 from the second button. You can see here second button. Okay, it is showing the option of second button 30 distance, height will be same. Okay, so like this you can add the n number of buttons and you can use the auto layout to add the constraints. You can use the align button, you can use the add constraint button. Now the, if you want, if you see the add new constraints, you will see it is showing you the bottom side, it will show you the upper side. If you click on the upper side and if you see this, you will see the options from the safe area and the view only. That means this, from the safe area, it is at distance of 264. Now, if you want to change the this left and right margin, then you can see if you click here, this is from safe area distances, this one, and suppose that if you want that from the 20 distance of 20 from the safe area. Okay, so then I can change this to, if you change this to the 20, you can also change this to the distance of 20 from the safe area. And if you add this constraint, you can see the button is stretched. Now it is only having at the distance of 20 from the safe area. Okay, so likewise this, you can add the constraint to your button. You can position your button according to your will at a distance from the any object or at from the safe area or from the view. You can adjust according to your need. Okay, so this is regarding the adding the or the creating the constraints. Now in the next part, I will remove these buttons from the view controller and I will add the one label here. So here I will drag this label, and suppose that I will put this label at the safe area from the distance of 0. Okay, if you check these issues, you can confirm. Okay, no layout issues. I will write here, suppose that the label name, suppose that I will write down my name here, Ravindra Lavande. Okay, so this will be the, suppose that I will change the font to the style will be the bold. Okay, I will also change the color. I will change this to the teal color. Okay, so for this label, now if I want to add some more label here, you can copy this by using the command C, and then you can have the command V, and then you can place this so that you will go to the align horizontally in container, add constraint. Vertical position, we will align that to the below 20 from the first label. So we'll select this upper side, and from the Ravindra Lavande or first label, I will select the distance, that is from the, suppose that below 20 I will require this. Okay, I will add this. So the error will be, then there will be no error. Okay. For our understanding, I will change the name here. I will keep Mangala Lavande. Okay, so like this. Then similarly, you can go for the third label also. So then command C, command V. Then you will align this in horizontally in container. Add one constraint here. Then suppose that again this I will require this from the 20 from the second label. So okay, that's it. I will again add one more label. Sorry, you can copy paste, or you can also align this like this. I will copy paste here. Command C, command V. Again, you can align that horizontally in container, add one constraint, add this to the, that again from the distance of 20. Okay, so now suppose that I want to change the height of this particular label. Then I will go to here. I will click on the height, and I will suppose that from 21 I will go to the 31. Okay, and add one more constraint. Now the height is increased. However, that again I want to change the height of the second label also. And again, then I have to go to here and one constraint. I will then again go to the height issue here, 31. Suppose that 31. Now, if you want to do the same operation on the all these various labels, you have to, there is not necessary that individually you can select a button and then you can apply the same method for that. So for that, we are having one solution which is called as the stack view. So we can place all these labels in only one view. Okay, how? That means we are going to combine this all labels into one stack view, and you can change the properties of that stack view which will be applicable to the all labels. So how to do that? For that, I have to select all the labels first, and then you can embed that into the single stack view. A single stack view manages either a row or the column of the interface elements and arranges those elements based on the properties set on the stack view. So here you can select how to embed this into the stack view. We will see. So you have to select all the labels by using the command key. Press the command key and click on every label. Okay, select all the 4 labels, and then after selecting, you can go to the embed in button, and in embed in, if you click on the embed in button, it will show you the option for the stack view. So you can select that stack view. You can see if you click on the stack view, you can see here, this is the stack view. All the labels are combined together into the stack view. If I click here now, and if I move this, all the 4 labels will move. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, so whole operation you can do with the this now with the stack view. Okay, and if you when you are when you click on the stack view, you can see here on the attributes inspector, you will see the stack view. Axis is vertical because we are vertically aligning the labels. Alignment is a fill. Our distribution is facing is 20. Already in when we have um, copied and align these labels, we have set the distance of 20 by using the add constraint. So it is showing that same distance. Content mode, scale to fill. You can change the background. You can change the background like this. Okay, like suppose that we'll have the orange background. Okay. Okay, then we'll have the light. So here you can have the multiple views. The stack view will be there. So you can do the various options, various things, and also you can add the various constraint to the stack view. Like you can change the position of the. You can change the stack view attributes. Okay, suppose that you want the stack view from the safe area. Suppose that from the safe area, if you require the all the labels to the at the distance of 50, then you can add the like this. Now it is again we need a constraint for the X position, so you can go to the X position also. Okay, for the X position you can align that horizontally in container. Yeah, first you have to go to the stack. Sorry, for the stack view, select the stack view and horizontally in container add one constraint. Okay, no issues. Okay, like this you can add the bunch of labels to the stack view. Okay, so this is the one of the advantage of using the stack view. Now here in previous case, I have shown you the various options. When you click on the stack view, it will show you the option for the first option for the axis, where this axis determines whether the elements within the view are stacked vertically or horizontally. If you click on this, you will see the horizontal option also there, but we have stacked that vertically, so that is by default it is showing the vertical alignment. Then the second one is the alignment option. This alignment describes how the elements within the stack are positioned. You can choose one of these all the fill, leading, center, and trailing. Fill means each of the element fills the size of the stack. Currently, we are using that. For example, if the stack view has a width of 320 pixels, each element in the vertical stack will have the width of 320 pixels. Currently, that is, we are using the fill. We can go for the leading also. The leading edge of the each element is aligned to the leading edge of the stack view. If you see the leading edge, then leading edge of each view is aligned to the leading edge of the stack view. Similarly, if you go to the center here, center will do you the center of each element is aligned to the, you can see center of the each element is aligned to the center of the stack view. And if you are going to for the last, that is the trailing means the trailing edge of the each element is aligned to the trailing edge of the stack view. Okay, so this is the alignment method. So we will generally keep it as a fill. Then the distribution is there. Distribution also we have selected as a field. Distribution means it how the elements are distributed within the stack view. You can choose any one of the following. If you go for the fill, the stack view resizes the arranged subviews so that they fill all available spacing along the axis you specified. The stack view size the first label as large as possible to completely fill the stack. If you go for the fill equally, then it will the stack view resizes the arranged subview so that they fill all the available space along the axis. Also, the views are resized so that they are all same size along with the stack views axis. Then if you select the fill proportionally means the stack view resizes the arranged subview so that they fill all the available space along the axis. And if the size of the stack view changes, the views are resized proportionally to one another. For example, if two labels have a height of 50 here and 100 respectively, and you increase the stack view's height by 50%, the labels then have heights of 75 and 150. That means proportionally it will change. Similarly, you can go for the stack view. Similarly, we are having the option for the equal spacing. Equal spacing, the stack view doesn't resize the subviews but positions them at an equal distance from the one another. And equal centering is there. The stack view doesn't resize the subviews but ensures that the center of each subview is equal distance to the centers of the other subviews. Then we are having the current, we will keep it as a field spacing, that is a spacing between the labels. Okay, so here we have the 20 as a spacing. So these are some of the attributes which are important in case of the stack view. So in this video, we have studied how to use the auto layout to build the precise views. We have also studied how to use the align, how to add the constraints, how to embed the stack view, and how various attributes of the stack view. So in next lecture, we are going to see the interface builder basics. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you. Thanks a lot.